More travel trouble could be on the horizon this year, this time for United. The airline now asking pilots to take voluntary unpaid leave starting in May, blaming delivery delays from Boeing. Just last month, Southwest said it froze hiring because of its delivery issues. The FAA has been investigating Boeing's manufacturing process after a door plug flew off that Alaska Airlines plane midair back in January. Joining me now once again is NewsNation travel editor Peter Greenberg. Peter, it's good to see you. When I hear this, pilots being asked to take unpaid leave, I mean, how bad is that for Boeing? Doesn't seem like a good sign. Or United, I should say.
It's actually bad for everybody.
Yeah.
There's a certain amount of irony here. It wasn't that long ago we had a pilot shortage. Everybody's talking about, will we have enough pilots? United Airlines, in fact, started their own flight training school to train people to be pilots from the ground up. But if they don't have the planes, they can't use the pilots. And that's what we have here. It all goes back to Boeing. Their production line has slowed essentially to a stop. So that means their deliveries of new planes to every airline basically are slow and stop as well. And as a result, airlines like Southwest and United have had to rejigger their entire flight schedules for the summer because they don't have the planes to support it. And what does that mean? They're going to have to consolidate flights, cancel others, and perhaps just as important, cancel route announcements of new routes they were either already announcing or were planning on announcing. And this is going to extend through the rest of this year.
I keep thinking, Peter, of all the families who are at home watching this segment. I mean, end of school is just around the corner. Summer vacations they've been waiting for all year. Does this change ticket prices at all? What do you expect there?
You bet it does, because it gets back to the law of supply and demand. If you thought the planes were full last summer, fasten your seatbelts for this summer, because there'll be fewer flights at a peak period. And supply and demand being what it is, airfares have nowhere to go but up.
Mm-hmm. And, what about protections for travelers? If I find myself in that situation, schedules are changing, prices are changing. Is there anything I can do to protect myself and my family?
Well, there's one protection, and that is if the airline cancels your flight or reroutes you on a flight that's leaving ridiculously later, you have the right under the current rules to get a full refund from your original point of purchase, even if it was a non-refundable ticket. But that really wasn't the point of all this. You really wanted to go somewhere.
Yeah.
So you have very few options because other airlines are in the same bucket that United is. They just haven't announced it yet.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough summer.
Yeah, I know a lot of people daydreaming of getting away. Lastly, Peter, I mean, what has to happen to get Boeing and the airline industry all back on track and working again?
Well, now it goes back to the FAA, because the FAA has to have the right inspectors hired and trained so that the assembly line can get back up and running with proper oversight. That's one of the reasons why the assembly line isn't working now, because there's nobody qualified under the current rules to inspect the planes, to inspect the safety and the airworthiness. That has to change first. Once that gets wrapped up, Boeing can get back into business. This is costing Boeing billions of dollars, because forgetting the fact that their supply chain is slowed or stopped, there are penalty payments due to every one of their customers for failure to deliver. So this is just getting started right now, and it's not going to be pretty.
Yeah, I know this is a tired phrase, but man, is it going to ring true this summer. Pack your patience, I guess, one day at a time. Peter Greenberg, thank you so much. Always good to have you, sir. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.